I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Oh. It's been a minute, you know.
There it is.
Woo! Welcome to Unfazed with myself, JJ, and my boy AJ. We have a great show for y'all today. NFL is wrapping up, as y'all probably already know. And we got some good topics for today for y'all. We got to talk about some champions for some divisions, including, you know, my partner in crime winning the NFC East for back-to-back years. But look, my boy AJ here. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Well, the first thing I want to say today, I think it's only right. We didn't have a show last episode, so the fans don't know. The people in the R2L community know. A few of my friends know. But the fans don't know that we just had an unfazed fantasy Super Bowl between JJ Joe Jordan and AJ Artist Woods. And it came down ultimately to Derrick Henry going off for 63 points. And Kyle Pitts not giving your boy nothing. Therefore, my guy Joe Jordan is the fantasy football champion. And I feel like we have to start there, Joe. We have to start by giving you your props and credit where it's due. I was waiting on this moment. I was like, I obviously knew you won last night. I was like, I'm gonna wait till we go live tomorrow. I'm gonna give my guy his credit for getting that dub, man. Shout out to you, credit to you. Hey, and the crazy thing about it, bro, you beat me a similar way earlier this year. I put up like 126. You put up like around 150. I went and checked the score like late last night. I'm like, I lost the same exact. The score is like super close. I had to go back and look again, but it's like 126 to 150.
Wow.
Both weeks. So shout out to my guy. Hard fought dub. My team, man. We fought. You know, things happen in fantasy. You lose, you know, Devontae Adams. You lose DK Metcalf because he figured he wanted to punch a fan. And you know, you put yourself in a hole, you know, that we couldn't dig ourselves out of, and Joe Jordan came through with the dub, man. So I just want to give a shout out to you. But as far as how I feel, beyond that, I feel like a champ in other ways. Like you said, I feel like a champ. I feel like an NFC East champion today. That's how I feel, man. I'm excited for today. I'm ready to get to it. You muted.
I said, let's get it. Well deserved by y'all. Y'all earned the dub. And I'm looking at the score right now. So this year was 155 to 120. 127. And last one was 147 to 126. So yeah, it was almost similar. Yeah, the Unfazed Bowl. It's only right.
Yeah.
It's only right. Tom was trying to jump in there, but AJ was like, I know Javon was like, hold up. And I had to take Javon out, you know. But yeah, let's get to it, man. The first topic, AFC West, man. AJ, early this year, we did our predictions on every single division on who we think is going to win. And I remember you came on this show and said the Chiefs will fall off this year. And the Broncos will win the AFC West. And I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, You said the Bills gonna win the division because they haven't lost in X amount of years. I'm like, well, if you feel that way about the Bills, you gotta feel that way about the Chiefs. And sure enough, you were right.
Mm-hmm.
They were eliminated 2 weeks ago. And the Broncos had clinched the division. So AJ, the floor is yours, man. How you feeling getting your prediction right?
I feel good, man. I feel good. Listen. My prediction had more to do with the Chiefs than it did the Broncos. It had more to do with the Chiefs than it did the Broncos, and I didn't believe in anyone else within the division more than I believed in the Broncos to dethrone the Chiefs. Now, credit to the Chargers. They've had a really good year as well, so I want to give credit where it's due there. They have played extremely well, especially defensively. And shout out to Herbert. He did enough to beat my Eagles recently, on a bad non-throwing hand. So, he didn't play good, but he did enough to win. And as a Jalen Hurts fan, you got to get credit where it's due because at times that's how he played. You do enough to win the game, you get credit for the win. So I give a shout out to them, and the Chargers. But I knew, like I said before, when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs, you can only be that great for so long. They have been to at least the AFC Championship game every single year since Patrick Mahomes became a starter. Every year. We talking, what was that, 7, 8 years straight? Around there, 6, 7? I mean, at the end of the day, it came down to, I believe, the Kansas City Chiefs' age started to kick in, attrition started to kick in, and fatigue. Flat out fatigue. You going to the AFC Championship game every year. You going to the Super Bowl, feels like every other year. You were just going for a three-peat this past year, got smoked by Philadelphia, obviously. The Birds had to go in there and handle business. You come into this season trying to, muster up that energy again. And other teams in the AFC, most notably, in your division is looking at you like you fooled now. Like, hey, we saw what just happened. And we have a prolific defense in ourselves. We got game changers on the defensive side of the ball. Bo Nix has taken a bit of a step. I didn't think that he would take, and I said this, I didn't think he would take a crazy step, but a good enough step to put them in the position that they're in now. And like I said, I knew their defense would be what it was. The only thing I don't like about the Broncos is how close their games are against bad teams. Like, it seems like it doesn't matter who they play. It's going to be a close game. It don't matter if they play the Raiders. It's a close game. Like, they play the Commanders. It's a close game. Like, it don't matter who they play. It's going, no shout at the Commanders. But no matter who they play, it's going to be a close game. It's kind of similar to the Chiefs last year. The Chiefs are in a lot of close games against teams that they shouldn't have been in close games with. But nevertheless, they have found ways to win. A lot of comeback victories. After comeback victories, Bo Nix has been clutch for the most part all season long. And I just think the Chiefs were due, bro. They were due for a down year. Wishing the best for Patrick Mahomes going forward. I know he, obviously went down with the ACL injury and things of that nature. So hopefully he'll be back and better than ever going forward. But it was time. And I think now for the Chiefs, this is a moment to reset. You can reset now because the Chiefs need more. They need more help on the defensive side of the ball. They need more help on the offensive side of the ball. Travis Kelce, I think it's time to call it quits. And I'm not saying that to say he is necessarily bad, but he's not what he was. And it's apparent when you watch him play, the drop passes. I mean, if we're being honest, Travis Kelce has single-handedly blown a few games.
Yep.
Single-handedly let the ball slip between his hands and created interceptions for the other team, turnovers for the other team that flip momentum in games, iced games dang near, right? And so I think it's time for him to let it go. I think the Chiefs organization need to move forward. Look at this like, look, we don't know when Pat is going to be back. Let's build a roster that's conducive to Pat being effective when he comes back, not having to be Superman, superhuman every single game. And I think they'll be fine going forward. But I think this was a good time for them to take a step back. I think this is a good time for the Broncos to take a step forward. And I think the Chiefs are going to have their hands full going forward in the AFC and most notably in their division. But again, shout out to the Broncos in the playoffs, and I'm interested in seeing what they do. I'm looking at the playoff picture right now because I know this was like part 2 of the question. What's our expectation for the Broncos? In all honesty, it's crazy. As much credit as I give the Broncos, I still look at them like, depending on their matchup in that first round, like they mess around. They mess around. See Buffalo in the first round.
They're the 1 seed right now.
I know. You know what I mean? So if
No,
Buffalo,
they got to buy.
right? No, I'm saying like, well,
Okay.
okay, division
First
round,
matchup. First matchup.
round. Yeah, for their first matchup. If Buffalo upsets New England, which could happen, could very well happen. It's gonna be a very good if it ends up like that. It's gonna be a very good first round matchup. You gotta go see Josh Allen first game. I'll probably take Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. You know,
Hmm.
and even the Chargers will be an interesting matchup. Houston will be like it's a lot of interesting matchups out there. It's not to sleep on the Broncos, but I wouldn't predict they go too far. I'm not gonna lie, but I think they was good enough to win the division. I'll say that.
Yeah. So to start off with the Chiefs, the Chiefs, Travis Kelce, he single-handedly lost 2 games. He iced 2 games. Number one against y'all and against the Texans. 2 drop passes that fell into the defender's arms that turned into an interception, and the game was over after that. And the Chiefs were pressing. When they played the Texans, it showed me that they were losing this division and they might miss the playoffs. You're going against the Texans, your defense is lights out. You're on your own territory. Your defense haven't allowed no points in the second half. Out of like 6 drives, they allow only 1 drive to not go 3 and out. So it was insane. Defense was lights out. And you on like your own 30-something yard line, and it's 4th down, and you go for it. So when they did that, Andy Reid gave the okay to do that when the defense is playing well in a tie ball game. I think it was a tie ball game. You do that, that tells me you're pressing. And then the interceptions Mahomes threw that game, the drop passes they had on that 4th down, Rasheed Rice dropped that ball on the 4th down. Kareem Hunt dropped one on 3rd down. And then we talked about Travis Kelce. So they were pressing. Now the Broncos. I got to give Sean Payton a lot of credit. Sean Payton, when he went to the Broncos, majority of the world was saying, why the Broncos? Do you know what division you're going to? Like, are you tripping? You got Mahomes and Andy Reid there. Go somewhere else. He goes there anyway. With confidence. He has Russell Wilson. He gets rid of Russell Wilson. He gets his quarterback, Bo Nix. Bo Nix? Come on, man. Why are you so... Bo Nix ain't all that, man. Bo Nix come out and had a really good rookie season. He at one point, people were saying that he might beat out Jaden Daniels, but then, as the year went on, he had those heroic moments, and you just couldn't deny it. But Bo Nix, if it was any other rookie that year, probably, Bo Nix would have won that. If Bo Nix had that season this year, he's rookie of the year. And then they get to the playoffs, they get blown out by Buffalo. Okay, so now we all looking at the Broncos like, yeah, good job. You made the playoffs, but you're not going to be that. They come back this year, and like you said, they become the Chiefs. They become the close game kings. They become – do you know that they broke the NFL record for the most comebacks in one season? They got 12 comebacks this season. That's the most in NFL history. And it's against all kinds of teams, like you said. I mean, we talking about 1-score games against the Titans. Y'all, that's night and day. We talking about top of the draft to Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
The Jets, 13-11 to the Jets, 33-32 to the Giants. Like 18-15 to the Texans, 10-7 to the Raiders. So they went to overtime with us, with Marcus Mariota.
Yep.
So that can be a good or bad thing. The bad thing is, dang, you play down to your competition. But in the playoffs, there's no playing down to your competition. Everybody in the playoffs, they're normally good teams. So them winning these close games is showing you that if the game is close, you might want to lead towards the Broncos might win this game. Because y'all are really good at winning close games. Y'all are. And especially if y'all don't turn the ball over. I don't think in my memory y'all turned the ball over against the Broncos. I'm not sure if you guys.
I don't think we did.
Y'all offense was actually playing well that game.
It was.
And y'all had a 10-point lead, and the Broncos came back. Yep, no turnovers that game. It was no turnovers for either team. And they won the game. That's a game y'all don't lose. Y'all normally win those games. So the Broncos showed great Bo Nix as a quarterback, especially that last Chiefs game they played. Bo Nix made a lot of good throws down the stretch to win that game against the Chiefs last time they played. But Bo Nix, Sean Payton, and the rest of the team, the defense especially, they showed great poise in tight games, and I can help them in the playoffs. Now, how far can they go? AJ, to be honest with you, this year in the AFC, it's up for grabs.
Open. It's wide open.
It is wide open. We talking about only one team right now with experience that's in there, and that's the Buffalo Bills. You could say the Chargers, but Chargers been there twice. They never won a playoff game. You could say Trevor Lawrence, his only win was against the Chargers. So the only team that has experience in the playoffs for real is Josh Allen and the Bills. And they're no juggernaut this year. They are not no juggernaut this year. They don't have a great team this year. So realistically, AJ, I mean, they're still in this Super Bowl. They can get to the Super Bowl. But would I pick them though? Especially as a number 1 seed, they just need one win to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, get to the AFC Championship game. So I would say I think they are good enough to at least win one game, but I'm going to call it and say that they will lose in that divisional round. If they get the number 1 seed, they will lose that divisional round, which I think they will because the Chargers are resting Justin Herbert. They're resting their players, and the Broncos should win that game and get the number 1 seed. So I'm going to say they're still in Super Bowl, but they won't win. But me, I'm calling it they're losing in the divisional round.
Who you think they're going to play?
It could be anybody. I mean, you look at the playoff picture.
It don't matter who it is. They're going to lose.
I think they're going to see. It does matter. Okay, that's a good question. So basically, you're asking,
what's the matchup? What's the matchup that's got you like, yeah, there's gonna be an L?
I got you. That's a good question. So what would be an interesting matchup would be them against the Texans. That's like the same team. Right? You know, so but I think if they play, I think they can beat the Chargers. I think they could beat the Chargers. But do I think the Chargers will get out the first round? I don't think so. The Chargers will be matched up with Jacksonville. They can beat Jacksonville, but Jacksonville is playing really good right now, and Jacksonville will be at home. So I would go with, if they play the Chargers, I got them beating the Chargers. If they play Houston, oh, no, that defense in Houston, no.
Yeah, that defense out there crazy. That defense out there, that'd be a defensive game, boy.
Now let me say this: if Pittsburgh were to make the playoffs and they get to the second round, they got to play the Broncos. Then I might go with Denver.
We're gonna talk about them pretty soon too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say second round.
Before we move on, you know who I got my eyes on though in the AFC?
Who?
I got my eyes on Jacksonville, bro.
Ooh.
Jacksonville look good.
They do.
And I didn't expect to say that. I think you were the one who predicted they was gonna win their division too. Like coming down the stretch here. I think I said Texans, you said Jacksonville.
No, I went with the Texans too.
Okay.
Because of the defense. But
Jacksonville look good, and they got a lot of quality wins on the schedule too. They look good. I wouldn't be shocked to see them come out of the AFC. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The AFC is literally wide open, bro. That's why if you like Lamar or Josh Allen, this is the time to make it happen. But we're talking about another team that made it happen 2 years in a row, man. And it's the Philadelphia Eagles, man. The Philadelphia Eagles back-to-back NFC East champions for the first time since 03 and 04, in my opinion. Yeah, 03 and 04. I think 04 was the last time somebody won back-to-back. And y'all actually won 3 in a row, I think, at that time. From 01 to 04. So, as a Commander fan, oh, y'all don't see my background. I got to change it. I'll change it in a second. I'll try to hide who I like for a second. But as a Commander fan, you know, I feel like it was our year. You know? But AJ said, once again, another prediction early in the year. He said, Joe, you picked the wrong time. This is our time. He said that. And the Eagles won the division. They are the only team in the NFL, AJ, that are back-to-back champions. Everybody else have a new champion. Now the Ravens can stop.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, every single division has a new champion, except for the NFC East, and y'all clinched it 2 weeks ago. So AJ, another prediction you got right. How you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel good. Something else I predicted, and I didn't anticipate it was gonna go the way that it went. But coming off of that loss against the Chargers, The Eagles gonna get them 2 tune-up games, and then they're gonna have a measuring stick game against the Buffalo Bills. Now I'm gonna get to that game in a second. But Joe, I know you're a Commanders fan. But to everybody else, did we not see this coming? I mean, come on now. Did we not see this coming? Even though the offense has not played well, just talking about, going into the season, you brought back basically the same offense you had last season, right? Yes, you lost some key pieces on defense, but everybody knew if Quinyon Mitchell continued to develop, if Cooper DeJean continued to develop, Jalen Carter continues to develop, right? Then this defense is still going to be a force to be reckoned with. Sirianni is still there at the head coaching position, and they are the reigning defending Super Bowl champions. I know nobody repeats in the division, but like I said before, we should have won this thing 4 years straight, if we being honest. We should have won it if it wasn't for the choke job in 2023, we should what would that be, like 3 years? I think that would be like 3 years straight from 2022 to now that we will be division champs. So it's like the 1 year that we did end up losing the division, 4. So the 1 year we did end up losing the division, we just basically practically literally handed it over, right? And so this is, as far as let's just say this, as far as the NFC East is concerned, like I said before the start of the season, I feel like it's our time. Now, that's not to say the Commanders aren't coming next year. That's not to say Dallas isn't coming next year. I expect them to make a few moves. Let's see if they bring back Pickens. I expect Jaden Daniels to be healthy next season and see what they do this offseason. They clearly know that they need, some youth. So I think they'll be more aggressive. They see now we can't put it all on Jaden Daniels. We need Terry McLaurin. We need other weapons. We need defensive pieces. But in the meantime, we know what we needed to repeat as division champs. It just is what it is, Joe. I can't say I didn't expect it, and I must say it made it much sweeter to beat y'all in the process. I'm not gonna lie. Now I didn't like how we beat y'all because Jaden Daniels didn't play, and then not Marcus Mariota. I think it was a hand injury he went out with, and it was a 10-7 game going into the half. So it's just like this is getting a little, and it took me back, Joe, to the thought of like, man, even when the Commanders are trash, right, Miami, even when the Commanders are trash, they always give us a run for our money. It don't matter. It don't matter how. It's a similar thing with. It's funny in division. There's a thing, right? Most years the Eagles are good. We run all over the Giants. Most years they got us this year in the first game, but most of the year the Giants are an easy win. The Cowboys in Dallas, no matter how good we are or how bad they are, we always have an issue in Dallas. And then playing y'all, it don't matter where we play, how bad y'all are, how good we are, it is always a battle. It's always a battle. So shout out to the rest of the teams in the NFC East. But it's our time. Now, I want to get to the Eagles and my expectations for them this year. And I'm not. Let's just say this. My expectations for the Eagles are for the Eagles to get back to the Super Bowl. If I'm being honest, as far as expectations, I gotta be honest though, man. Last year I was so confident. You couldn't tell me nothing last year. When we got to the Super Bowl, I was like, all right, I was super confident in 2022. I'm not gonna be overconfident this year. I ain't even gonna set myself up like that. We'll see how it goes. But as far as getting to the Super Bowl last year, I was like, we're not losing. It's over with. Especially when that last game came through Philadelphia. Oh, we're not losing. This year, similar to the AFC, I feel like the NFC is wide open. From top to bottom, I think any of them teams, probably outside of the Panthers, can represent the NFC. Any other teams, when it comes to the Eagles, the Rams, the Bears, right, the Niners, the Seahawks, I think any of the teams, Packers, I think any of them teams could represent the NFC. And the thing I take pride in this year is this defense is elite. This defense is championship material. I'd make the argument, even though the ranking is not the same, eye test wise, this defense is better than it was last year. Eye test wise, I mean, they out there forcing turnovers, they hitting, they getting pressure on the quarterback, they playing lights out. It brings me to the offensive side of the ball because the defense puts you in position. And the reason why I say my expectation is for the Eagles to get back to the Super Bowl is because I find it hard to believe that come postseason time, this offense is going to continue to look like this with the defense putting us in position that we're in. I find it hard to believe that Jalen Hurts is not going to find a way to make the necessary plays down the stretch. And I'm going to say this about him this year. Everybody know I'm a Jalen Hurts stan. But I'm going to get on him for a second.
Okay.
Now, play calling is one thing. I thought the play calling, again, was atrocious in the second half of this game. But I want to say this about him. One thing I have always said about him is it might not be pretty, right? It might be ugly, but he going to find a way to win the game. I tell Kev behind the scenes and other Eagles fans, I say, the game starts really when the other team scores and makes the game close. Like we get out to a strong lead, we start 10-0, 7-0, whatever the case may be, and then it seems like we kind of just chill out, right? It seemed like that's been a thing. You get out to a lead and you kind of just start to run the ball, chill out, things of that nature, right? But the moment the other team scores, we go down and score. It's like we had the ability over the years, and Jalen had the ability over the years, and I'm going to get to the passing yards in a second. He had the ability to flip a switch. Anytime we needed to score, we flipped the switch. And to be honest, I ain't outside of the Rams game and the Vikings game, I ain't seen that switch all year. Not only from him, but from the entire offense. With this defense playing the way it is playing, he got to find that switch because it's going to be there. The defense is going to force enough stops, make enough plays. We cannot continue to put our defense in a situation like this Buffalo Bills game, where shout out to them for holding the Bills to 12 points. But it's 13-0 in the fourth, and you punting the ball nonstop. Yeah. Even after the Bills score a touchdown, you punt again and give these guys the opportunity to go down the field, score, and Josh Allen's making that throw 9 times out of 10.
Bro, crazy.
I mean, I was stunned he missed the throw. We cannot continue to put our team in that type of position. But again, like I said before, you will not find someone who believes in Jay Hurts and this offense more than Ajae. So I believe in this playoffs, it sounds crazy. Most of the time, what you see in the regular season is what you end up seeing in the playoffs. But I do believe Jay Hurts in this offense is going to flip that switch, make the necessary plays to get us back to the bowl. Am I as confident as I was last year? Hell no. No, not at all. Would I be shocked if we was a first-round exit? Not at all. Well, I take that back. I would because we at home. Would I be shocked if we was a division round exit? I wouldn't be shocked at all because of how we playing. But what my expectation is for them is to get back to the Super Bowl. And the last thing I'll say before I pass it to you, Joe, is this. If I'm Nick Sirianni, I am not playing the starters in the last week of the season. I understand we have an opportunity to be a 2 seed. I get it. That's all fine and dandy, bro. At this point in time, I'm prioritizing health.
Yep. And
like the way the Commanders play, it's a possibility we could beat y'all with, and maybe you play a few guys. But it's a possibility we could beat y'all in a close matchup with our backups in. Y'all got, I think y'all playing
John
Johnson. So it's like we could possibly pull that off, right? And end up being a 2 seed anyway. But I think you need to prioritize rest. Nothing's going to happen in this last week of the season. We already played the Commanders and had a tune-up game, quote-unquote. You're not going to get no rhythm from this last game of the season playing, guys. That's what you're playing for. You're playing for rhythm and seeding. You're not going to get nothing out of that game for real if you're playing, guys. All you're doing, exactly. All you're doing is putting your guys in danger, and your coach already came out and said, that's all good. They want to go for 2. That's how they going to play. We going to see him again. Yeah, like, nah. Come on, have a seat, y'all. We don't need to mess with it. We don't need to even mess with it. Carl, this is the second time this season this has happened. The first time it happened was against the Buccaneers. And I thought the play calling in that game was rough too. But I thought that was more so because we was trying to force feed AJ Brown the ball, and I thought we shouldn't have done it. This time, if we watching the game, bro, we see when the Eagles get somewhat of a lead, we go into the most conservative play calling, run the ball on first down. You seen that video where they be like, Saquon Barkley up the middle, Saquon Barkley up the middle,
Yeah.
Ajae Brown deep ball, like that's what it is. That's literally our offense, bro. Like. Saquon first run on first down. Saquon run on second down. Deep ball AJ Brown or deep ball Smitty, and it's like the play calling is atrocious. But again, I'm not gonna continue to give him that pass. I put him out on a certain level. 0 passing yards. I don't care if I'm calling plays. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. A little check down could get you 3 yards, bro. Like. At the end of the day, I believe in my dog. The season stats he's going to put up is going to be pretty decent in all honesty. I'll get to that at another time. But I'm looking forward to the postseason because Jalen Hurts made his name and got into that top 5 conversation last year off of the NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl. That's when I was like, he top 5. Up to that point last year, I said he top 10. And if it don't matter where you have him in the top 10. He's just top 10. And I was like, I'll take that. I had him top 3 at one point. And I was like, you know what? He's just top 10. But after that run, after the Super Bowl, it's like, oh, no, he's top 5. So he has this postseason and a wide open NFC. And I look forward to seeing it. I keep saying this. I look forward to seeing us on the road if we can get there. But in a wide open NFC, he has a chance to put on a show again, especially with this defense playing the way it's playing. And if he does, look out because it's right. Joe, it's right there for us again. It really is. If we wake up offensively, it's right there. But I could talk about this all day, man. Pat, let me pass it to you, man.
Well, first of all, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning the NFC East from back-to-back years. And, yeah, I'm a Commander fan. But when you look at the trend of the winners, based on the trend, it was like our turn to win. Like, we win, like, every, 4 years. It was something weird like that. Like, we'll win randomly.
Yeah.
And we just had a bunch of injuries, but even when we never really were fully healthy throughout the year, except for the Giants game. So it's sad, but y'all got 11 wins. Y'all deserve it. And y'all had a tough schedule, and y'all did your thing. So shout out to the Eagles. Also, the defense. I look at 2 teams in the NFL who from my eye, not the stats, who I think are the 2 best defenses in the league with similar offenses, the Texans and the Eagles, man. I feel like I'm not sure if it's because they are making up from the offense, the lack of offense on both teams, but both defenses are flying around and are super physical. And I was watching the game and the Bills game, and Tom Brady said that Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell is the best duo, cornerback duo in the NFL. Yeah, think about it. I'm like, are they? And that's a legit argument that they might be the best duo cornerback in the NFL. Am I saying that? I'm not saying that, but that's a good argument.
It's a conversation to be had. Yep.
And they're both in their second year. So they're both physical cornerbacks. Cooper DeJean be flying. Every time I look up, I feel like he's near the ball as a cornerback, which is crazy. Like, you would think he's a daggone linebacker out there. And so I feel like with the defense y'all have, y'all can survive any game. I mean, I think the difference between last year, I think that one of the reasons why you were confident last year, number one, y'all were on a win streak. All right? Y'all won 12 in a row. That's number one. And I feel like the teams last year weren't as strong this year defensively. I feel like this year, think about it. Last year, the Niners weren't there.
Yeah.
You had us, the Bucks. You had Detroit, who you weren't scared of at all. Green Bay. Come on now. I like Green Bay is we talk about the Panthers, but Green Bay could be fighting for the weak link spot. Because the Panthers could sneak up on some teams for real. Like they could sneak up and get 1 win, but I want to put my money on it. But the Packers are a weak team now too. Without Micah Parsons, bro, the defense is not the same. So, but the rest of the teams, 5 the top 6 defensive teams are the Vikings and 5 of the playoff teams. Like, and then the Bears not even in there in that top, but the Bears leading the league in turnovers.
Yep.
So they know how to turn the ball over, and all these teams also are good offensively. Like the Bears, they got a great running game. Caleb Williams can make every throw. He can make the deep throws, but he can't make the check down throws. He's weird. All right. The Seahawks, good running game. The Rams, good running game, and Matthew Stafford. So, like, the 49ers, good running. So, all these teams in the NFC, great defenses with good running games. So, I feel like it's more tighter this year in the NFC than it was last year. So, y'all selling, though? Come on, man. Like, at the end of the day, y'all are the defending champs. At the end of the day, just like the AFC, you got some teams in here like the Bears, the Seahawks, the Panthers, who are babies, man, who are infants. They have like Sam Darnold, bro. Like really, like I know how you feel about Sam Darnold. Caleb Williams first in the playoffs. So right now, y'all matchup are the Rams, though. Mm-hmm. Now I feel like that's who y'all don't want to see in the first round. Because now, if y'all win and the Bears lose, y'all get that 2 seed. Then you'll be facing who you facing? The Packers,
Green Bay.
Which I think is a favorable matchup for y'all. I feel like Green Bay is not as physical as y'all, especially without Micah. I feel like y'all were like off. I'm talking about Green Bay offensively and y'all defensively. They're not as physical. They actually do a pretty decent job with y'all defensively. Like they defense do a good job against y'all.
They do.
But y'all defense, Jordan Love has no answers for y'all defense. So I think y'all ceiling is a repeat. That's y'all ceiling. Now, am I picking y'all? I mean, we're going to find out. We're going to make our predictions when the time comes. But I think y'all ceiling is a repeat.
That's fair. It's crazy, bro. I'm not really afraid of the Rams, bro. Especially given how they've been looking down the stretch. Now, Davante Adams being out is key. Davante Adams being out. Yes, Jesus is king. Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Davante Adams being out, not only hurt me, my fantasy team, but it's hurting the Rams as well. So obviously him being back in the lineup is huge, but they really have no answers for. Like that's the one team we normally cook offensively. We normally cook the Rams offense. Like even though we thinking back to that first game of the season or week 3 we played them, where they was basically shutting us out in the first half. We came storming back in the second half. Right. Think about the playoff game. We still ended up scoring 28, and Jalen ended up getting hurt that game, but we still was decent in the first half. Saquon went crazy. He normally plays really well against them. And even previous matchups before Saquon got there, we normally play really well offensively. They got no answer for Ajae Brown. They haven't had an answer for Ajae Brown for years. And if you can get pressure on Matthew Stafford, it's a little different. Now, he don't freeze up like a Sam Darnold would. Or Jordan Love would. He's still going to sit back in that pocket and make those throws. But it's easy to get to him. And so I'm not necessarily... Like, I know everyone thinks about matchups. I'm more so about, like, man, just get us there healthy. Because we could have the best matchup, not be healthy, and lose, bro, to anybody. Especially given the way this offense is playing. It's more so about the offensive line than anything. Because the offensive line is still a little nicked up and not playing the greatest right now. I mean, defenders are in the backfield all game long, bro. Saquon can't go nowhere. It makes no sense. I don't know how Cam Jurgens made Pro Bowl. And that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. The Pro Bowl, we got to talk about that, bro. Oh my gosh, bro.
The old NBA All-Star game.
Oh my goodness. It's insane. But I say all that to say I'm not necessarily concerned with the matchups. I'm more so concerned with the health. And I think that if we can get there healthy, give me whoever you got. Philly, I expect you to go in there and get it done, especially with this defense. And if the defense crumble, offense at some point, the Eagles still are probably on paper the most talented team in the National Football League, bro. At some point, I expect y'all to figure it out. And I expect my dog to play well. I expect my dog, Jalen Hurts, to elevate when it matters most, bro. I expect that at this point from him. I expect that. If we lose and he playing crazy and the defense, just happen to fold one game, as a fan, I can live with that. I can live with that a little bit more than our defense holding the team to 14 points, but we lose on a 2-point conversion because we only scored 13. I can't live with that in the playoffs.
Oh.
I can't live with that in the playoffs. You know what I mean? But we'll see how it goes. Speaking of the playoffs, though, Joe, while we over here talking about this playoffs, man, we got a battle coming up here in the AFC North.
Woo!
For the division crown between the Steelers and the Ravens. Now, for a minute, we thought the Steelers had it locked up. But, of course, DK had to go do what he did. Got suspended. They obviously missed him in the Browns game. We saw what Derrick Henry just did, right? Helping secure a win over the Green Bay Packers. So now they're in the thick of things. We don't know if Lamar Jackson will be back for this game just yet. But it's looking like a game for all the marbles to get into the postseason. And again, in a wide open AFC. Ooh. So, Joe, I feel like we've asked this question 3 or 4 times throughout the season, looking at this division. But we're going to ask it one more time for this show to see if answers change. Who will win the AFC North?
Man, this is, and to my knowledge, I don't remember the last time these two teams played the last game of the season for the division.
Mm-hmm.
Not just for the division, to go to the playoffs. Like, it's win or go home. And this is the biggest rivalry in football, Ravens and Steelers. And it doesn't matter what turf they play on, it's a battle every single time. Now, the Steelers won the first battle. Lamar Jackson is questionable. He's day-to-day right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, DK Metcalf did an idiotic thing. He's suspended. Darnell Washington, he's out for the year. Another big target for the Steelers. I'm going to go with the Ravens, man. Now, hear me out when I say this. I believe the Ravens, on paper, are a better team. Much better team. I think they are. They're more talented. You just throw the players out there, let them play. They're better. The problem with the Ravens, they act like the Raiders, and they shoot themselves in the foot a lot. They do stupid stuff. They, in their losses, you look at the Ravens, and you be like, what were you thinking? It's rare that you see the Ravens. The only time I watched the Ravens this year, no, it was 2 times. The Chiefs game and the Lions game. When they played the Lions, they got outplayed. Like, I watched that, I was like, yeah, they Lions came to play that game. But most of the time when they lose, when they fully healthy, you look at them and you say, if they would have done this, they would have won this game. Like, for example, we watch when they played the Patriots. Derrick Henry scores 2 touchdowns back-to-back, and he doesn't touch the ball after that. You get the ball back with up 3 with like 4 minutes left, and you don't run the ball with Derrick Henry to burn the clock and seal the game. You put Keaton Mitchell in the game. So they do stupid stuff like that. Now, there are questions like, should Lamar play? Like, I just did an R2 show with Tony, and Tony said that he thinks that Tyler Huntley should play and rest Lamar and have Lamar fully healthy for the playoffs. I'm like, dog, if Lamar can play,
win or go home. Yeah,
exactly.
This is the playoffs.
Exactly. This is the playoffs. Win or go home. Because guess what? You throw Tyler Huntley out there when Lamar was available and y'all lose, you live in regret right now.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think they need to feed Derrick Henry. When Lamar's in the game, for some reason, they forget about Derrick Henry. They need to feed him the ball. The last time they played the Steelers, Derrick Henry ran the ball a lot. But he didn't have a bunch of success, but it became success for the offense. And we all know what happened in that game. It was 2 controversial situations. The Isaiah Likely touchdown, that was a touchdown in my opinion. And the interception, like when Rodgers threw the ball and then he caught it himself and he dropped it and somebody else caught it, that was a controversial call. So they won off that. I get you on that. But I think the Steelers, they don't have enough firepower offensively without DK Metcalf, without Darnell Washington. What I saw against the Browns was ugly. It was hideous. The Ravens defense have been playing better too, by the way. They did a great job against the Packers run game. Josh Jacobs did nothing that whole game, which hurt me in fantasy. I was a little worried about that too. Derrick Henry goes over 63 points, and this man only put up like 1 or 2 points. That was crazy. I was trying to break a record that game. That game. But yeah, so I just don't trust their offense this game. Unless they force turnovers, they can't win this game, in my opinion. Aaron Rodgers have been playing better, but like I said, without DK Metcalf rolling the coverage his way, and without that big boy down at Washington, it's gonna be tough for them to put up points on the Ravens. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens to win this game.
My gut tells me the Steelers about to win this game. My gut tells me in Pittsburgh, the Steelers are about to win this game. My head is telling me there's no way the Steelers gonna win this game. But I just feel like Baltimore, bro, it's too little, too late. That's what I honestly think. The way they play against the Green Bay Packers is how they should have been playing all season long. And I know Derrick Henry has been, he's been struggling, holding on to the football, been fumbling, things of that nature. But we know what type of running back Derrick Henry is. He's a bruiser. He's the guy that you give the ball to all game long. Then fourth quarter, they just get sick of tackling that man, and he go crazy. He was that his entire career in Tennessee. He was like that last year, for the Ravens as well when they handed the ball off to him. And this year, it just seemed like they don't want to give him the ball when it matters. To go basically, what was it, I don't know if it was the whole half or the whole fourth last game.
Basically almost a whole fourth.
Without giving him the ball. He on the sideline standing next to Lamar Jackson. Outrageous. Lamar is out of the game. You would think, if anything, you're going to lean now on Derrick Henry more than ever. I think that Derrick Henry game against the Packers made Harbaugh and them look crazy. To be honest, it made them look crazy because it's like this honestly been here all season. This weapon didn't just come out of nowhere. You could have been utilizing this weapon all year long. Maybe Lamar Jackson isn't getting hurt as much if you're utilizing Derrick Henry more and running the ball more and then able to use the play action pass and things of that nature. Something tells me it's going to be more the same in this game. Something tells me Derrick Henry not going to touch the ball as much as he needs to. Something tells me Mike Tomlin is going to say, we ain't going to let Derrick Henry beat us. We're going to stack that box, and we're going to do everything we can to stop Derrick Henry, especially if Lamar Jackson is not there. I will say, if Lamar Jackson is playing, it's hard for me to bet against him in a game of this magnitude. But I also want to say, and this is going to sound crazy, I'm shocked Lamar ain't play last week. I'd be shocked if he don't play again this week. Like I don't want to, injuries are injuries. You don't question the legitimacy of someone's injury. It's just weird to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like it's weird, and it's like Harbaugh never really know what's really going on with the injuries as well. It's like one moment it seemed like it's just a bruise, the next moment it's a contusion, the next moment he's in the immense pain, and he talk as if he's gonna be back, right? He kind of insinuates he's gonna be back in time enough for the game last week, and then later on in the week, Lamar can't go. It's like it's just. I don't know, man. And I don't want to Lamar. I'm not going to say Lamar quitting on his team or anything like that. But I'm shocked with so much on the line in the AFC that's so wide open that he's not like, I'm playing. I don't care if I got a limp out there. I am playing. And you don't really see that from him. I just find that a little weird. And it takes me back to, like, shout out to Chris. Don't know if he's watching. But it takes me back to him being like, Lamar shouldn't want to play for this fool. Like, shoot, Lamar sit out so Harbaugh can get gone. Like, it's just, and then you hear all the reports about Lamar and all of that stuff too. It's just, but I just think ultimately, I think Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers are going to figure it out. I know they don't have a lot of offensive weapons, but they still got Warren to hand the ball off to, right? They still got Kenny Gainwell, right? They still got Freiermuth. They got like 3 weapons out there. That they can utilize. And I just feel like with this being potentially Aaron Rodgers' last game, he got one more in him, bro. They ain't going nowhere. They make the playoffs. But I think Rodgers got one more random, like, oh, wow, Aaron Rodgers really pulled that off type moment in him. And I think it's going to come this week in Pittsburgh. If this game was in Baltimore, I think I would feel differently. logically, I think it's crazy to kind of not pick the Ravens given everything that's going on. But I just feel like, bro, they turning into. I don't want to be disrespectful, but they starting to remind me of Dallas a little bit, bro. They starting to remind me of Dallas a little bit, bro. Like, if it ain't Derrick Henry fumbling, it's special teams. If it ain't that, it's Lamar. If it ain't that, it's the defense. If it ain't that, it's John Harbaugh. If it ain't that, they got a 20-something point lead and they blow it in the fourth. It's always something. And I think it's miraculous that they're at this point right now. But I think this has been the Steelers division for a while now, this season. And I think they seal the deal. What is that, Sunday? I think it's Sunday night that game
Sunday
is.
night.
I think Aaron Rodgers and them gonna win. I don't think Derrick Henry is gonna dominate the way he did, and I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna find a way to win that football game.
See, my gut feeling was that they were going to beat the Ravens the last time they played, and they beat the Ravens. But I don't feel that way this year. And also, win or go home games. The last time Rodgers was in a win or go home game, he went against the Lions at home when he was with the Packers, and they lost. Oh my, yeah. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, and I don't. Yes, sir.
As soon as that comment popped up, bro.
Yes, sir.
You said, yes, sir. Before you even put it up, I knew what you was talking about.
But and also,
funny.
I don't like when Aaron Rodgers came in the press conference and said he blamed the refs when they lost that game. And I'm like, dog, did you not remember what happened against the Ravens? Like, come on, you should be thanking the refs. So, like, I didn't like that approach. So, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not feeling good about Pittsburgh right now.
Would you be shocked if Pittsburgh won? I would. It's at the point with this division and these two teams, you're not shocked if either team win.
I won't be shocked because they will have to lose, like we both said, like stupid stuff. Yeah. like something stupid happens. Like, I don't think Pittsburgh is gonna outright beat them. It's gonna be like, if they lose, it's gonna be something stupid, bro. Like, John Harbaugh made some dumb decision. Tom Murphy only ran the ball twice the whole game. It's gonna be something dumb. So, and I won't be surprised. That's gonna be the straw that brought the camel's back. Like, Harbaugh needs to go after this year. I don't care I don't care what the result is, bro. If y'all win the Super Bowl, come to an agreement and route to the sunset and just start a new regime. Yeah. He needs to go after this, bro.
Yeah, so I completely agree. But I gotta ask you, man. We haven't really talked about this all season long, but it's time because the regular season, is pretty much over. We got one more week left. And we got some players that's vying for this prestigious award, Joe. MVP of the NFL. We got some names that I've heard being thrown out there. We got Drake May. We got Matt Stafford. I recently heard some people want to throw Trevor Lawrence in there. I've heard some people want to throw. I heard Cam. He said he want to throw Myles Garrett in the conversation. I heard someone else say, what about CMC?
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
So I got to ask you, Joe, because, our opinions are the ones that matter most, in my opinion. I'm just saying, I just say our opinions is the one. We make the most sense. So I got to ask you, Joe, who will win MVP? And I'm going to ask you this. Who will win MVP? And if it's different than who you believe should win MVP, include that in your answer too.
That's good. Because this is the most boring MVP race. Since I've been doing sports media, bro, like, this has been the most uninteresting MVP race. Because there are not a lot of It's because
it's not a lot of names.
It's not just a names. It's that let's break it down. Matthew Stafford was having the year, still is. So is Drake May. So those are the top two, and then after I talk about these top two, I'm gonna throw in the third one in there for you. All right.
Okay.
So these top two, now they neck and neck. All right, AJ, you got all right. But they kind of neck and neck, kind of, right, with the numbers. You go passing yard, Drake made 4th, Stafford 2nd. Check Stafford. Passing TD, Drake made 3rd, Stafford 42. Well, first. Oh, sorry, he's 3rd, he's 1st. He's beaten by 12 passing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
They both got 8 interceptions. And Stafford threw the ball almost 100 times more than Drake May. But Drake May has a higher QBR than Stafford, 1st to 4th, higher QB rating, but they both 1st and 2nd, higher completion percentage, 1st and 16. That's the big gap right there. And he's 1st. Drake May is 1st in yards per attempt. Stafford is 5th. Now, this is where it gets interesting to me when it comes to Drake May and Stafford. Now, I think Drake May in the MVP odds should be first. Not should, like, based on history, he's probably first because he is leading his division. Stafford isn't. Stafford is actually 3rd in his division. He could fall to 2nd, all right? But he will fall to 2nd, I think. He will be 2nd by the end of the year because they play each other, Seahawks and 49ers. But he's not first in his division. And leading up to the season, like end of the season, like Drake May had that game against the Ravens. Stafford had a game against the Seahawks, but they lost. And Stafford had a game too, but they lost the game. And then Drake May, what he did to the Jets, and how Stafford is threw in 3 interceptions against the Falcons on prime time too. So all that matters with the voters. Now this where the conversation could hurt Drake May. Did you know both players playing teams above 500 this year? Matthew Stafford is 5-3. He played 8 teams above 500. 5-3. Drake May is 1-2. Drake May has a losing. Drake May is 13-3 right now, and he has a losing record against the 3 teams he played over 500. Make that make sense. And then on top of that, Stafford against these 8 teams that he went against, his touchdown to interception ratio is 8-1, while Drake May is 2-2. So you can look at the overall picture and say, wow, Drake May is having a great season, which he is, but the level of competition is ridiculous when Matthew Stafford is playing in the toughest division in football. Him playing the Seahawks twice, Seahawks is better than any team Drake May has ever played. 49ers is better than any team Drake May has ever played. And he got to play those teams twice. He played Jacksonville. You know, so he played some teams. The Texans, he played some teams this year over 500. So that's where Drake May loses me. And I would give the nod to Stafford if I had a vote. I would give it to Stafford. But my third person, though, he got a chance. And it's CMC.
Yeah.
CMC, man. He has a chance off a straight value. He gets hurt last year. Brock Purdy was there. They had their weapons, AJ. People, they were there.
Yeah.
But CMC wasn't there.
Right.
And what happened? They became 4th in the division. They were horrible. This year, people are gone. Brock Purdy was out. Kittle was out last game. Trey Williams got hurt last game. IU been out all year. Pearsall been out too. Like, they've been having injuries. The whole defense is gutted out. You see the last 2 weeks, they're giving up endless points. And CMC, with the most touches in the NFL, is balling and carrying this team for real. Brock Purdy's playing well the last 2 games, don't get me wrong. But CMC is the main focus of this team. CMC, when they lose, the 3 games they lost, he only got the ball 13 times, carried the ball 13 times. When they went, over 20 times a game. So when he's getting fed, they win. He's also can become it could be he already done it, but it could be the 4th time a player has got 1,000 receiving yards, 1,000 rushing yards, and he will be the only player to do it twice. And on top of that, with all these injuries, playing in the toughest division in football, you get the #1 seed. Come on, man. Come on. So C-Mac definitely has the opportunity. His only problem is he ain't leading in rushing. He's not leading in rushing TDs. That's what's hurting. He only have 1,200 yards. That's it. the 1,100 yards. So that's what's hurting him, like the overall numbers. But if I had a vote, I would go with Matthew Stafford.
I think CMC. We just know that the voters aren't gonna give it to a running back. And to me, the most obvious way that was proven was last year when Saquon didn't win. Not to be a homer, but it's just the truth, bro.
Facts.
The season that Saquon had last year, 2K yards, dominating the way he dominated week in and week out. Someone say he carried the Eagles all the way to the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna say that, but someone would say he carried us all the way to the Super Bowl. I mean, his impact, his impact was insane all year long. Now the Eagles didn't finish with the 1 seed, but they finished 14-3 on the season. And so, with what he accomplished last year, he wasn't even firmly in the he was in the conversation, like top 5, but he wasn't like 1 or 2. It was between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. And so, as much as I like CMC as well, and I think CMC belongs in this conversation, we know they're not gonna give it to CMC. It comes down to a 2-man race, and it's weird, Joe, because I agree with everything you said. What also makes it tricky is we know the Patriots' schedule been sweet for the most part all year. They've had last place schedule, so their schedule has not really been very hard, right? But on the flip side of that, Drake May ain't throwing the ball to Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams though. Mm-hmm. And we got to point that out too. Them some dogs over there. He also ain't got McVay calling plays.
McDaniels though.
He got McDaniels is nice, but I don't think he McVay though.
I got you though.
I don't think he's Sean McVay. He's creative, but I don't think he's as creative as Sean McVay is with like how he utilizes Puka Nacua and ain't no way Josh Allen. I'm sorry. Jesus does love us though. Jesus loves us, but Josh Allen is also loved by Jesus. But Josh Allen ain't MVP. I'm sorry. Like that's open. If you're gonna give MVP to anybody over there, give it to Cook. Because when he ain't playing well, we see what happens with Josh Allen. Right. I mean, I think the Eagles kind of just showed that too. Not to go back to them, but anyway.
Not for real.
If we talking about value, you could make the argument that Drake May has been more valuable to the Patriots than Stafford, given what Drake May has around him. Because Drake May don't have the kind of weapons. He just don't have the kind of weapons that Matthew Stafford has. But Joe, if I had to get an MVP to someone, it would have to be Stafford, bro. Eye test wise, numbers wise, he's been lights out. I thought he was runaway MVP up till last night.
Yeah.
Runaway MVP up till last night. And then a shocker in front of everyone. He goes out there, 3 interceptions? Plays absolutely terrible. But before that, he only had 5 interceptions on the season. 42 passing touchdowns, number 1 in the NFL. 4,448 passing yards, 2nd in the NFL. A 70.1 QBR, 4th in the NFL. Now, shout out to Drake May. He has the number 1 QBR in the NFL. But Stafford been playing lights out. I think what hurts Stafford is, like you said, with that game last night, he falls to 3rd. He might finish number 2. But a lot of times, it'd be hard giving an MVP to a player that did not win his division. I can't remember last time that happened where someone won the MVP and didn't win their division. So that makes it kind of tough. They will probably give it to Drake May. Mm-hmm. And Drake May, it's not the crap on Drake May. Drake May has had a great season. You can only play who on your schedule. You make do with what you got. And Drake May has done that just as good as anyone. So I don't want to take that away from Drake May. I think they're gonna give it to Drake May. He just came off another 5 passing yard or another 5 passing touchdown game. They probably gonna give it to Drake May, but I think Stafford should win the award. Mm-hmm. I think Stafford is more deserving, honestly, of the award, given what he's done throughout the season. I will personally give it to Matt Stafford. If it wasn't a quarterback award, I'd give it to CMC.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a quarterback award, I will give it to CMC. Because his impact on the 49ers is crazy. And like you said, they got a chance to be the number 1 seed in the NFC, and nobody predicted that.
No.
Nobody predicted
all these
that.
injuries.
I
Come
think
on,
he's 7th in the league in receptions, if I'm not
yes,
mistaken.
yes.
Like, he putting up receiver numbers along with toting the rock out the backfield. Like, his impact is ridiculous. Brandon Ayuk ain't been around. Don't know where he is these days. Debo not there no more. And they still balling mainly because he going crazy. And, again, shout out to Brock Purdy, who was great the other night against Chicago. Like, he did the freaking the fake and like the kind of like the no look pass in the corner end zone. They did the Dougie. I said, oh, okay, all right, I see you. I'm not gonna lie. As a fan, you gotta respect that. You gotta respect somebody in their bag like that. Like, I gotta give it to Purdy for that. Don't forget, I said that man was top 10 before the season started. A lot of people didn't have him in their top 10. I think I had him like 7 or 8, given his pedigree, and he's proven me right this year. I want to point that out.
He playing well.
He playing well, especially down the stretch here. I think all of that talk about Mac Jones coming in taking his spot was he like, all right, I gotta step in and show out. But I say all that to say, I would personally give it to Matt Stafford, but I think Drake May is ultimately going to win the award. I'm not mad either way. If Drake May wins, I'm not gonna be mad at that. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't believe they robbed. I'm not gonna say they robbed Stafford. I do think it's close. But I'd personally, just like you, I'd give the vote to Matt Stafford.
Yeah, and just like a homeboy right here said, Carson Wentz got hurt, Cav. That's why he didn't win MVP. But
yeah,
he got hurt. But it's just the race is. See, last year, if Saquon did what he did this year, he would have won MVP, bro.
Yes, for sure.
Because last year, Lamar had an amazing season.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about, I think he was close to 1,000 rushing yards, but he had over 4,000 passing yards, almost 1,000. He had 900 something rushing yards with 4,000 passing yards. He had a high completion percentage. He had a high QB rating. He had everything.
He was insane.
And Josh Allen he did his thing. But this year, bro, like Drake May and like Drake May, his number, he got 30 passing touchdowns, bro. like that's Jalen Hurts-esque. Like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like he don't throw open touchdown passes.
Yeah.
You know, like he got 30 touchdown passes.
And Stafford got 42.
He got 42.
And he gonna play last week of the season. He probably gonna end with like 45.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, some of the losses he has against the Seahawks when they lost, he had 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, and they lost that game.
Yeah.
He had that MVP moment. He had that no-look touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an MVP right there.
Yeah.
And then they just melted, bro, like the team. Like they had like return a kick. All right. Rashid's like house a screen.
Yeah.
2-point conversion was fluke. Like it was
crazy. It was crazy.
Like so yeah, man. So we're on the same page. Like based on the voters and the history, Drake may look like he might be winning it, but we both feel like it should be Stafford.
For sure.
You know, but there's no votes in this. This is straight up picks.
Yeah.
You know, one more week left.
One more week.
I gotta throw a big haymaker. You know, but right now your boy looking bad. Looking pretty bad right now. Down by 13, 14. So for those who don't know, every week we come on here and we do a pick 'em. And we're not picking the games, win or loss. We're not doing that. What we're doing is we're picking against the betting line, which is tough, as you can see. Last year, our win percentages were insane. So we try to make it tougher. And yeah, I think we might be going back to the original way next year. All right. So
I've done better as of late, though, man. I just want to point that out, man. I kind of hit a little streak where I'm getting more dubs.
Yeah, picking against the spread is tough, but
very tough.
So we got one more week left. All right, and AJ, you got it up?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's get it. So we got the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are favored in this matchup, minus 2.5. Give me the Panthers. The Bucks been horrible down the stretch, bro. I can't believe.
Bro, we should have talked about them.
We definitely should have talked about them.
Yeah.
And next episode, I want to put this out here too. Next episode, because I forgot. I think we talked about it and then didn't end up making it a topic. We got to talk Coach of the Year next episode.
Yes.
Got to talk
Coach of the
right
Year
before the
being over?
playoffs. Yep. Got to talk Coach of the Year. But yeah, give me the Panthers.
Okay. All right. Okay. I gotta do my math here. It's 16 total games. I'm down by 14. All right. So I gotta make some decisions today.
I feel you.
Okay, and I think this is gonna be one of them. I'm going with the Bucks.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of a pick'em almost. You know what I mean? That's kind of a pick'em. Another pickle, some would say. This is for the 1 seed in the NFC, and it's crazy. Whoever don't win this game, I believe, will be the 5th seed in the NFC.
Crazy.
Just like last year with the Vikings and what was it? The Vikings and the Lions. The Seahawks and the 49ers. I think for both of these teams, this is going to determine their season. You got the Seahawks at the 49ers. The Seahawks are favored in this matchup on the road, -1.5.
You go. I'm gonna pick it after you every time.
I'm gonna go with San Fran at home. Ooh, it's so tough because Seattle defense, I could see. I'm gonna say this. This is a big test for the Niners. Everybody keep talking about how great the Niners offense is. They about to get a real test now as far as the defense that could potentially slow them down. If the Seahawks can't slow them down, I'm officially nervous about them Niners. I ain't gonna lie. See, if Seattle can't slow them down, I'm a little nervous. But I also still just Sam Darnold in this big spot on the road. This is a tough one.
I mean, he won the last one.
This is true, bro. But this is just like last year. Like, I can't. Give me San Fran, bro. I gotta see Sam do it to believe it, bro. I gotta see Sam do it to believe it, man. I'm taking San Fran at the crib.
I want to take San Fran too, man, but I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
Okay.
I'm going with the Seahawks, yeah. I want to take San Fran though.
Next,
they won't score 20 points.
Oh, I don't know. I see at least 23, 24. But we'll see. Next, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are favored in this matchup, -2.5. Shuck got you some points this past week too in fantasy. I noticed that move. I said he got Tyler Shuck out there. you know, I was looking and plotting. I was looking at your team.
Hey,
all right, you know
what's crazy? The fantasy Super Bowl was between Tyler Shuck and Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. Yep. Dude, yeah. I was making all kind of moves on the waiver wire. Like, I gotta get a receiver. I'm finna pick up 2 guys. I thought at one point I'm like, if Joe Dirty, he know I need a receiver, so he probably go snatch a receiver I need just so that I'll get him. Cause you had the priority. I'm like, let me try to put in something for a different, like 2 receivers. Both the receivers, Jalen Naylor and what's his name, Alec, was terrible. Both of them didn't do nothing for me. Wasted my time. But let me get back to the pick'em. Give me Tyler Shuck and the Saints.
Oh man, you picking all my guys right now. I like Tyler Shuck. I might call him early, so that might be one of my guys in the future. I actually been watching him lately, bro. I'm a fan of him.
He been playing decent.
I'm a fan of Tyler Shuck, bro.
He got Kellen Moore.
But I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Falcons playing well right now. They're on a 3-game win streak.
Yeah, they are.
And they got home. So give me the Falcons.
That's fair. We got the Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are favored in this matchup, -6.5. Give me Cleveland.
Oh!
give me Cleveland.
You said that so fast too. It's funny because my picks are made.
Oh, okay.
So I went with Cleveland, but
So you switching them now when I?
No, but I'm switching because they actually make sense. Joe Burrow, last game, Jamar Chase went down home. Give me the Bengals. Give me the Bengals. Give me the
Okay.
Bengals.
Okay.
Give me the Bengals.
Next, we got the Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are favored in this matchup, -6.5. Shout
Big
out
one.
to Will. I debated all week. Should I pick up Willis in fantasy to be my fantasy quarterback?
Dang.
I thought about it. I thought about it long and hard, but I was like, I'm gonna just go with Jackson because that's who. Let me not overthink this. What was my thought process? Let me not overthink this and go with Jackson. And Jackson still had a good week, but Willis is a starter in the NFL.
Yeah, he is. I wonder where he'll go. It's crazy because I had Cam Ward and Caleb, and they both had good games. But I ended up starting Tyler Shutt.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Green Bay because of I don't know, is Willis even gonna play? He got that shoulder situation. I'm gonna stick with Green Bay though.
Yeah, I had picked the Vikings on this one,
Okay.
so I ain't gotta change nothing on this one.
Next we got the Dallas Cowboys, the 7-8-1 Dallas Cowboys, on the road against the New York Giants. I told y'all them Cowboys was gonna lose to them Chargers. I don't think I seen y'all since then. I told y'all how this was gonna go.
You did.
And for this matchup right here, I'm gonna take the Giants plus 5.5 too. I'm gonna take the Giants plus 5.5.
I picked the Cowboys in this one. Cowboys gotta. Somebody say, you know what will be the funniest thing if the Cowboys go back to the old ways of finishing 8-8, but they go 8-1, and they still could though.
Right, they could.
So
But,
the 8-8 is back. Give me the Cowboys, and they
yeah.
own the Giants.
No, they do. But have they played Jackson Dart yet?
Nah,
Yeah, give me the Giants.
they played Russell Wilson. And he had almost 500 yards. Remember?
He did. He did torch them. I forgot about that. He torched them. Next we got the Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are favored in this matchup, -11.5. I'm gonna take Jacksonville too with that spread.
I feel good taking Tennessee. Tennessee been playing a lot better lately.
I feel that.
Yeah.
We got the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. The Texans are favored in this matchup, -10.5.
Dang.
I'm gonna take the Colts.
Philip Rivers played really good. He's been playing really good. I'm not gonna lie.
He has.
I'm gonna go with the Texans though.
Fair. So we definitely got more than enough that go against each other this week. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
We got the Jets at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are favored in this matchup, -8.5. I don't think Josh is gonna play. I think he gonna start a play and then they probably gonna sit him down.
Same.
So 8.5 is kind of big without Josh Allen. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Thank you. I got the Bills. All right, I want the Bills already. All right.
Fair. Next, we got the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears are favored in this matchup, -2.5. I'm gonna go Detroit.
I'm going with the Bears. Let's go.
I'm gonna go Detroit.
I'm going with the Bears.
I think they really gonna be trying to play spoiler.
But I see what you're doing there though.
Yeah, you know how that goes. You already know what I'm on. Next, we got the LA Chargers at the Denver Broncos. Interesting spread. The Broncos are favored in this matchup, -7.5.
No Herbert.
Oh yeah, okay. Then give me the Broncos.
Give me the
Broncos
Chargers.
play everybody tight though.
I know they do.
Nah, give me the Chargers. I'll take the Chargers too. Just for this, I'm taking the Chargers too, bro. I got to, bro. They play everybody tight.
All right, Broncos. Last time I picked the Broncos against them. No, I picked their big spread. They let me down. No, I didn't pick the spread.
Okay.
I went against them. They actually hit the spread.
Okay.
Do your boy a favor this week. Broncos.
Okay.
I'm going with the Broncos. Let's go.
Okay, all right. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Chiefs are favored in this matchup, -5.5.
Terrible game.
It's a horrible game. Who is even starting for the Chiefs right now?
I have no idea.
Cause didn't Minshew get hurt too?
He did. I think he got a serious injury too.
I guess give me the Chiefs. The Raiders are so bad, bro.
Yeah, Raiders are terrible. Their starting quarterback is Chris Aladokin. I don't
Oh
even know who
Lord,
that
have
is.
mercy. Lord have mercy.
But Carr got the Chiefs too.
Mm.
Give me the Raiders won their first game and they're gonna lose. They're gonna win their last one. Give me the Raiders. They beat the
Fair.
Patriots and they're gonna beat the Chiefs.
Fair. We got the Arizona Cardinals at the LA Rams. The Rams are favored in this matchup, minus 9.5. I think the starters for the Rams are playing this week, and I think they need a statement game going into the playoffs. I'm going to take the Rams to cover that 9.5, 9.5.
I think that's the one game I'm gonna agree with you on.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Okay. We got the Dolphins at the Pats. The Patriots are favored in this matchup, minus 11.5. I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Give me the Dolphins. Sneaky team.
Fair. We got the Commanders in Philadelphia playing the Eagles. The Eagles are favored in this matchup, minus 8.5. I don't know if we're going to play. My assumption is like Smitty going to play this week. I don't know if Hurts is playing this week. But I don't think I picked against us once with the spread. So, and then y'all got Johnson out there. I'm gonna go with the Eagles to cover that spread.
Give me Commanders.
I'm about to say, I know you're gonna take the Commanders. You gotta take the Commanders.
It's my last chance.
And last but not least, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Ravens are favored in this matchup. This is funny, or not funny, but interesting. So the Ravens are favored in this matchup on the road, minus 3.5. But the people who do pick'ems are picking the Steelers to cover that 3.5 spread. And yeah, I'm picking the Steelers.
I'm going with the Ravens. That's a good spread too, because the Ravens win by 3, they still lose.
Exactly.
Yep. So give me the Ravens though.
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, okay. All right, it's gonna be.
So we got more than enough different ones this time. It'd be crazy if I lost all them games. You came all the way back.
Bro, you got me sweating. Look, you got me. Fantasy Super Bowl Part 2. God, man. That's what it felt like. All right, it's
I was so hurt. I was thinking, I was like, man, I could win this money from this fantasy league. Bro, I was thinking, I was like, man, I'm finna come up. Oh, it's gonna be my first fantasy win. And I've been to 2 fantasy championships now. Lost both times.
And R2L?
No. I in a league I did a couple years ago. I was in a championship and lost, I believe, to my brother.
Oh,
and
dang.
now this one. I'm like, bro, oh my god.
Yeah, I haven't won since 2012.
That's happened to me for a few bracket challenges too. Second place. It's like I can't never get devastation.
Yeah, man.
It's all good.
But yeah, like great show, AJ. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. We appreciate y'all. Y'all run the show. When y'all around, without y'all, there's no show. So we appreciate everybody in the comment section. Shout out to the whole R2L network. Shout out to the whole R2L community. Shout out to everybody watching on Timeout for Timeout. And we have a new year coming up, 2026. The new year started in October for real. But it's not too late for real. All right, hop on it. 2026 is coming up. And make sure you got your goals intact. Make sure you know what you're going to do. You have your vision. I would recommend that everybody does a vision board of what you want to accomplish in 2026. Get creative and post that thing on your wall somewhere and leave it there all year. And keep reminding yourself of that vision board. And as you accomplish things, check it off. So when somebody go to your house, they see your vision, they can hold you accountable also. All right. So I think everybody should have a vision board. And Commanders, man, let's just get this last dub. If you don't you ain't gotta get a dub. Just if you're gonna lose by 8. That's it. Don't lose by more than 8. And we sitting good in the drive. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad we got 4 wins and we like the 9th pick. Like, it's so many bad teams. So I'm trying to get a top 5 pick at least, you know. So that's that. And the Kings, bro, like I'm just waiting for the season to be over. We lost to Carl's Detroit Pistons, got blown out. We lost to AJ's Lakers, got LeBron at 41 doing reverse windmill dunks with 2 hands, which is crazy, you know. So I just want the season to get over and let the GM work. I want to see what he's going to do. But other than that, it is what it is. Shout out to you, AJ, once again, and I'll see y'all next year.
Shout out to next year. That threw me for a loop. It's around the time of year everybody say that. See you next year. See you next year.
I ain't seen you in about a year.
Right. Man, shout out to everybody who watched from both channels. Of course, Time Out or Full Time Out, the R2L Network. Definitely appreciate everybody. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, comment. We appreciate everybody who tunes in. We appreciate every view, every comment, even if y'all like our teams, hate our teams. We appreciate all of the feedback, everything. So thank y'all for tuning in. Obviously, appreciative to my boy Joe Jordan for being a great co-host today and working around scheduling, man. My schedule's so crazy, bro. It's just so crazy. It's just so crazy. You know how many hours I'm working, bro. It's insane. So definitely appreciate you. Always fun doing the show with you. Lakers, listen, it looked good for a minute. We looked real good for a minute. Now it's like it's all coming crashing down. Austin Reeves got a calf injury. He out for dang near a month. LeBron, he ain't trying to guard nobody. For real. Luka is Luka, but he ain't trying to guard nobody. DeAndre Ayton went back to looking like DeAndre Ayton. And JJ Redick, enough is enough. I'm tired of hearing you calling people out, bro. I'm tired of it. Bro. Talking about I'm not dealing with this all year. Who are you? JJ, I respect it. I like the fire that you have. I like that. You know, I like him as the coach of my basketball team because he has that intensity that you like. But at some point, bruh, let's reel it in and just make some adjustments. Let's just do that. Let's tweak maybe the starting lineup a little bit here and there, okay? Let's tweak minutes a little bit. When somebody ain't playing like how they supposed to be playing, let's just pull them. Let's just let the actions do the talking, and let's also be a head coach, be a leader, and take some accountability from time to time. Because you dang sure ain't perfect as a head coach. You make mistakes out there too. Let's just call a spade, okay? It is what it is. Y'all get back to y'all winning ways, get healthy. I loved what I saw earlier. I hate what I'm seeing now. It's just got me locked back into my Eagles. Speaking of my Eagles, everything we want is in front of us. Everything. The NFC could run through Philly again. If you find a way to beat the Commanders with or without your starters out there, and Chicago loses, this NFC is set up to where if you win in the playoffs, there's no guarantee that whoever gets that 1 seed is going to meet you in the NFC Championship game. It could be a very similar situation to it was last year. It could run through Philly again. It's possible. But even if it don't, this defense continue to be elite. Jay Hurts and his offense, figure it out. And the last thing I'll say is this. Nick Sirianni, you are a defending Super Bowl champion. You have been to the playoffs 4 straight years. You are already one of the most accomplished head coaches in the National Football League in the history of the NFL. Mm-hmm. So as much as we want to blame our coordinator, we blaming you too. Because you didn't see enough play calls, enough play callers come through, enough defenses. You didn't seen it all at this point. You didn't played enough important games to be able to get in there and get this team on the right foot offensively. So I expect for us to turn this around come postseason time. And just like that, thinking about it all and seeing a comment like the Eagles are one and done, I heard it so many times last year, it gives me confidence to feel unfazed this year. Because when they say that, Joe, it just means we about to make a run. That's all that means. It means we about to make a run. When the haters come out and say we one and done, it makes me feel unfazed, man.
Unfazed. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.